Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Line Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'll be fighting a 1,500-point battle between my Dark Angels and the combined chaotic efforts of Jason and Harris's chaotic forces. So the story that we've got going on here is that Abbadon had come to this planet to reawaken a Daemon Engine to try to bring it forth and continue his crusade, his crusade against the Imperium. He came to this planet to awaken it and bring it forth, and the Dark Angels got word that he was doing so and sent down a force of heavy-hitting Marines to try to take it down, or to stop him, and if unable to stop him, to take it down before it could become a bigger threat to the Imperium. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the Deadlock mission, the Maelstrom mission. So basically what it is you start off the first turn with 6 Maelstrom objectives, and each turn down you can draw up to 5 for turn 2, up 4 on turn 3, 3 on turn 4, and so on, going down. But the big kicker is that after starting on turn 3, all stratagems cost double what their command point cost. So a basic reroll would suddenly cost 2, and so on. So that is the story. That is the mission that we're going to be playing. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a librarian with a force sword, a lieutenant, and a master. We have 3 5-man scout squads with bolters. We have a company ancient and an apothecary. And we have 2 razorbacks with twin assault cannons. One has a storm bolter. Then for the spearhead detachment, leading it off, we have a master with a power sword and a combi plasma. And last but not least, we have 4 5-man devastator squads. One squad has 4 plasma cannons. One squad has 4 multi-meltas. One squad has 4 grav cannons. And one squad has 4 las cannons. And for the Forces of Chaos, he will be running a battalion detachment, a patrol detachment, and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Abbadon and a Chaos Sorcerer. We have 3 5-man Chaos Space Marine squads with bolters. We have a 5-man Chaos Terminator squad. All of them have combi bolters. 4 of them have power axes, and the aspiring champion has a chain fist. For the patrol detachment, we have a World Eaters detachment with a Chaos Lord on a Juggernaut with a power axe, bolt pistol, and the brass collar of the Borgester. And 5 berserkers with chainsword and chain axe. And last but not least, we have a Khitan Ravager, who is a Black Legion Khitan. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. I've got a scout squad over here on an objective. Here is a Razorback. Inside is the 5-man Devastator squad with the multi-meltas and my librarian. In the building here, I've got the 5-man Devastator squad with the plasma cannons. The Ancient is in there with them, so is the Apothecary, and my Master with the chainsword and bolt pistol. He will be my Warlord. He is going to have the Brilliant Strategist. Warlord trait. We've got another squad of scouts up forward more. I've got another Razorback over here. Inside of here is the 5-man Devastator squad with the grav cannons, and my Master with the power sword and the plasma, the combi plasma. In the building back over here, we have a 5-man scout squad. We've got the 5-man Devastator squad with the las cannons, and we have my lieutenant back over here. That is it for deployment here for the Dark Angels. Going over deployment for the Forces of Chaos. They've got their 3 line of chaos, basically a line here, looking to just run up and try to murderate me. I've got the 5-man Chaos Space Marine squads here. We've got the 5 berserkers back over here. We've got the Juggerlord over here. We've got the Khitan. We've got the Sorcerer, and in Deep Strike Reserve, we have the Abbadon and his bros, his Terminators. So, as of right now, the Dark Angels will be going first, unless they can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6? No 6. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, so going over my objectives here, I've got behind enemy lines, secure objective 6, defend objective 6, advance, no prisoners, and secure objective 2. So that is it for the my cards drawn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. Everybody back in this building stood still. My Devastator squad inside of this Razorback disembarked and moved up over here along with the Master. Then the Razorback moved up after them. Scout squad stood still. Devastators in here stood still, as well as the Master moved around a bit. Everyone else stood still with them. Devastator squad moved up over this way, and the Razorback moved up over here. So they had disembarked before he moved up over there, along with the Librarian. And then we've got the other Scout squad back over here. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so starting off the Psychic phase, I am going to cast Aversion from him onto his Khitan. So looking for a 6, getting it with a 6. He's got the brass collar of the Borgister. Actually allows him to deny with his Juggerlord over there. And not only does he get to deny, but if he successfully denies, it means that I perils. So pretty gross here. Looking for 6. Oh, getting it with a 7. So it's perils. D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound onto my Librarian. And it doesn't go off. Great. All right, starting off the shooting phase, my multi-melta squad here is going to fire into his Khitan. So the red is going to have the Signum. He's going to be hitting on 3s. The other going to be hitting on 4s because they moved and they've got heavy weapons. So these are, as I said, hitting on 4s and 3. That is all but 1 hit. Pretty good. Strength 8, toughness 8. So looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound. AP minus 4, so 5 up. Demon save. No, he gets it. And now my last cannons are going to do the same thing into his Khitan. Red's going to have the Signum hitting on a 2. The others are hitting on 3 since they didn't move. All right, re-rolling 1s to hit because of Grim Resolve. Those guys didn't move. All right, so that is all hits. These are strength 9, toughness 8, looking for 3s to wound. Re-rolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant back over there. So that is 4 wounds. AP minus 3, 5 up demon saves. He makes 2 of them. That's pretty good. So, gonna spend a command point to reroll one of those. Into another 5! Jerks! Alright, 1d6 damage. Whoa! I'm gonna spend my command point to reroll that one. Into a 6. Woo! Alright, so now my Devastator squad with the plasma cannons are going to fire into the Khitan over there. They are going to supercharge. The red is going to be the one with the Signum. So these are the D3 shots that they are going to be shooting. Alright, so 3 and 2s on all the other ones. Alright, so we're going to do these one at a time because of them being supercharged here. So we're going to go with the one with the Signum here, hitting on 3s. All right, that's 1 miss. That doesn't blow up and but doesn't get to re-roll. Then we've got the next guy. 1 miss, not re-roll. 2 hits there. Re-rolling both of these because of the Master / Grim Resolve, whichever you want to go with. And those are 2 hits there. So we've got 7 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, that is going to be 3 wounds. AP minus 3. So 3 demon saves. Makes 2 of them. So he takes 2 damage. All right, my Devastator squad now is going to be firing into his Chaos squad over there. So the Reds are going to have the Signum. Everything else is going to be hitting on 4s. Signum's hitting on 3s. Get back here. So 4s and 3s. All right, re-rolling 1s. Not getting any 1s. Okay, but wow. Okay, I will take that. That's pretty good. These are strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Alrighty, that is, wow, a good number of wounds. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 wounds at AP minus 3. So these are going to be 11 6-up saves. Oh, he got a lot of 6-ups. Oh no, yeah, he did all those 6-ups.
All but 3.
3 go through. 3 dead guys. All right, so now my Razorback is going to fire into these guys over here. We've got 12 shots from the Twin Assault Cannon, and the Reds are going to be the 2 shots from the Stormbolter. These are going to be hitting on 4s and 3 because he moved. All right, re-rolling ones because of the master over there. All right, so we've got all of these hits here, which is pretty good. I will take that. Strength 6 and strength 4. So the red is going to be wounding on 4. The greens are going to be wounding on 3s. Alrighty. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AP -1, so 5 4-ups. And he fails 3 of them, so finally they're dead, and that is first blood. All right, this squad here is now going to fire into his Chaos Space Marines there. 5 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. 1 second. Yeah, rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so that is 4 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. So 2 3-up saves. Fails them both. And twin assault cannon from here into the 3-man squad. Hitting on 4s because he moved. Alrighty. And these are now going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 5 wounds at AP -1, so 5 4-up saves. Failing 4 of them. They are dead. All right, so that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. I scored Secure Objective 2, Secure Objective 6, and no prisoners, and I'm going to get rid of Advance. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Chaos Forces here on turn 1. All right, so my opponents drew Mission Critical Objective and rolled and got a 4, so they have to try to get Objective 4. Defend Objective 6, Big Game Hunter, Secure Objective 1, Advance, and for the Dark God. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos. His Khitan moved up over here. His Sorcerer advanced up over here. His Berserkers advanced up over here. His regular Space Marines moved up over this way. And then the Juggerlord moved up over here. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, starting off the Psychic phase, he is going to cast Prescience onto his Khitan. Does not go off with a 4. Are you going to spend a command point on one of those? No, does not go off. And now he is going to cast Warp Time onto the Khitan.
Need 6.
Needing a 6. Goes off with a 6. I'm going to try to deny that. Getting 5. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll this. Into an 8. It is denied. Do I get my command point back? I do not. All right, starting off the shooting phase, his Juggerlord here is going to use Demon Shell to shoot into my Devastator squad here. So he is going to roll on 1 hit. That is a hit. Yep. So it does D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. The Chaos Space Marine squad there is going to fire into my Devastator squad. 5 shots, hitting on 3s. Getting 4 hits, wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound. 3-up armor save. All right, so now the Khitan is going to shoot. He is going to spend a command point on Demon Forge, which allows him to reroll to hits and to wounds. This is going to go into my Devastator squad here. So we've got 8 shots. These are hitting on 3s, rerolling. All right.
Wounding on 2.
All right, so now these are going to be Strength 8, so wounding on 2s, rerolling because of Demon Forge. All right, all wounds there, so that is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
-2, damage 2.
AP -2, so these are going to be +1 because they are in cover, so looking for 4-up saves. And I failed 1 of them. All right, but does he get to shoot back? He does not. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his Khitan is going to charge into my Razorback here. So I'm going to fire Overwatch with the twin assault cannon, hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit. Strength 6, looking for a 5 to wound. Nope. And his charge distance. Ooh, wait, we're going to have to measure to see if that is 5 inches. Just kidding, he's totally in, obviously. And now the Chaos Space Marines are going to charge in as well. Not getting it with a 4-inch charge. All right, so now in the fight phase, the Khitan is going to swing into my Razorback over here. He's going to be using the Smash attack, which basically drops it down to 5 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. They are going to be Strength 20, AP -4, 6 damage straight. So we've got 5 attacks hitting on 3s. getting all but 2 hits. So it's 3 hits. These are now wounding on 2s. Making 2 wounds, but that's enough to kill him because that's going to be AP -4 goes straight through, and then 6 damage apiece. That is enough to kill him there. So, does he explode? He does not, so he is dead.
We were able to get him.
All right, he consolidated into my scouts over here. I'm choking on air, I think. Oh, air kill you. He is going to attack. He consolidated into my scouts, so they're going to attack back. 3 guys got into the fight there, so we're going to have the sergeant plus 2 regular guys hitting on 3s. All right, not getting to reroll any of those. This one is now going to be wounding on a 6. Nope, no wound there. All right, the end of the turn here for the Chaos Forces. They scored Secure Objective 1, Big Game Hunter, Advance, and then for the Dark Gods by killing that unit there. I actually scored, whatchamacallit, Defend Objective 6, which was over here, so I got that for 2 turns. And this guy over here needs to take a morale test, so he lost 4 guys, 4+. 6 is definitely not good, so he is going to roll again because of, and they shall know no fear. Into a 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. Yeah, he is gone, so he is running away. All right, so objectives that I drew here for the Dark Angels on turn 2. I still had behind enemy lines. I drew Defend Objective 2, Supremacy, No Forgiveness, and Defend Objective 3. No Forgiveness is kill a unit that was controlling an objective at the beginning of their turn. So that is it for the cards drawn. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. These guys stood still on their objective there. My librarian moved up over this way. The Devastator and everyone inside here stood still. These guys stood still over here. These scouts are falling back. He moved up over there, and everyone back here stood still. So at the end of the movement phase, my apothecary is going to roll to see if he can bring back the sergeant on the Devastator squad there. He does, gearing it back. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. Starting off the psychic phase, my librarian here is going to cast Smite onto the Khitan. Looking for a 5. Getting it with an 11. Are you going to try to deny it? Okay, so they're going to try to deny it. And in so doing, they're going to use, what's it called? Sword of Sorcery. Scorn of Sorcery. It's something of sorcery. Essentially, basically what it is it allows them to deny... Scorn of Sorcery, the stratagem is Psyker manifested with 24 inches of a World Eater unit. So he is the World Eater unit, and he is going to try to deny it on a 4-up. Does on a 4-up, which means that he automatically perils because of that brass collar. 3 damage. Yeah, he did. All right, starting off this shooting phase, my last cannon bros here are going to fire into his Khitan. So we've got the red is going to be the Signum, hitting on 3s and 2. Re-rolling 1s, not getting to re-roll those. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. 5-up demon saves. Making 1, failing 1, D6 damage. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that, and I'm going to use a different dice because that one felt unlucky. Do I get a command point? Do I get the command point back? Nope. Nope, I don't. All right, my Devastator squad here is going to fire into the Khitan. The red is going to have the Signum, so they're going to be hitting on 2s. The greens are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master / Grim Resolve. All right, so we got 2 misses. Not bad at all. These are going to be Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. Less good that time. Oh. 5. We got 5 wounds there. These are AP -3, so we got 5 demon saves. Making 4 of them. 4 of them. D3 wounds since he's got a 3-up save, right? A 3-up armor save base? Yeah, 3-up armor save, so they become D3 wounds. 2 wounds. All right, so now my plasma bros are going to fire into the Khitan. These are looking for the D3. I am going to supercharge. All right, so you're going to have 3 from him, 2, 1 each from them, and then 2 for that one. All right, now they're going to be firing into here, hitting on 2s for this guy because he's got the Signum. Those are hits. These are hitting on 3s. Not getting to re-roll the 2. And then these are just the regular ones. Rerolling because of Grim Resolve. All right, dead guy. Does he get to shoot again? He doesn't get to shoot again.
Apothecary got him up.
All right.
Like, nah, I'm out.
So now these are going to be wounding on 4s. Oh no, yes, 4s because he's toughness 8. Getting 1, 2 wounds. AP -3. Demon saves. No, so he takes another 4 wounds. My master here is going to fire with his supercharged plasma into him. That is re-rolling because of himself. All right, that's a hit. That is a wound. Demon save. He's good. All right, so now my Razorback's going to fire into his Berserkers over there. The red's going to be the Stormbolter, hitting on 4s and 3 because he moved. All right, not in range of anybody to get the re-rolls there. So these are going to be wounding on 3s and 4. All right, so that's all wounds. So we've got 5 3-ups because AP -1 in cover there, and then 1 2-up. So 5 3-ups makes all of them, and then 1 2-up. And he makes that one as well. All right, so my Ancient here is going to fire into his Kaitan because you got to roll your dice. That is 2 hits. That is 1 wound. And he makes the save. And the scouts here are going to shoot into the Kaitan because why not? How to roll your dice. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 6s. Nope. All right, so at the end of the Dark Angel's turn here, I scored Supremacy, so I get D3 victory points for that. 3 victory points for that. That's pretty good. And I'm going to get rid of behind enemy lines. So we will come back to you after with the cards drawn for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. All right, so the cards he drew, they still had the mission critical objective there. Then they drew Hold the Line. They got Priority Orders Received, which means the Warlord can do it. Claim and Despoil. So you get D3 victory points if you control an objective marker that was controlled by your opponent at the start of the turn. So if Abbadon is the only one controlling an objective that I controlled at the beginning of the turn, he will get D3 from that, and then an additional D3 because of priority orders received. Got Area Denial, so keep me out of 6 from the center. And 12 you get D3, and secure objective 3, which is pretty doable. So we'll come back to you after a movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. His Kaitan continues his just rampage over here, sprinting along. His Berserkers here have moved up, looking on my Razorback over here. These guys advanced up over here. This Juggerlord advanced up over here. The Sorcerer also advanced up here. And then everyone else just deep struck in over around him. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, starting with the psychic phase, he is going to cast Smite into my Dubros here with the plasma. So looking for 5, not getting it with a 3. And now he's going to cast Prescience onto the Terminators. Is 6 suppression?
6 gets it.
6 will get it. So I needed 7 profession. So no press. He's going to spend a command point to reroll that. Into an 8, he does get it. All right, so his Kaitan is going to start us off in the shooting phase. He's going to spend a command point on Demon Forge. He is going to fire into my Devastators here with the last cannons. So he's going to be hitting on 4s because he's in the second profile over there. Re-rolling because of Demon Forge. All right, so there's 2 misses. These are strength 8, so wounding on 2s. Rerolling because of Demon Forge. Getting to reroll because of Demon Forge, so that is going to be 6 wounds there.
AP -2.
AP -2 plus 1 because they're in cover, so we've got 6 4-up saves. Failing 2 of them. All right, so now the Terminators here are going to fire into my Plasma Bros. These are going to be their combi bolters. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Abbadon, right? Yeah.
And I also have Prescience on them, so it's +1 to hit.
No, Prescience didn't go off, remember? Yeah.
I re-rolled it.
Oh, he did re-roll it. It did re-roll. So they're going to be Prescience. So they're going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of Abbadon there. So here we go. 16 shots here. Rerolling those 1s. There's another one there. All right, all but 1 hits. That's going to be 15 hits. Plus 4 more. That's all hits there, so it's going to be a total of 19 hits. All right, so 19 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so there's 10 wounds into them. These are going to be rolling for 2-up saves, failing 2 of them. All right, so now Horus is going to fire into them as well, hitting on 2s. That's all hit. Oh, Horus. Sorry, Abbadon, not Horus. Yeah. All right, so wounding on 4s, that's 2 wounds. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover, 3-up saves. And I'll make them both. Woo! All right, so because they are Black Legion, they advance, but they get to shoot as though they were assault weapons. So we're going to have 5 hitting on 4s, getting 4 hits, wounding on 3s, wounding on 4s, I'm sorry, so that's 2 wounds. AP nothing, so 2 2-ups. Oh, failed 1. All right, Abbadon is going to multi-charge into my Apothecary and my Master here. I'm going to fire Overwatch, looking for 6s. Not getting either. His charge distance, he needs a 10-inch charge to get in. Does not get in. All right, he's going to spend a command point to re-roll one of those, looking for a 6 on this one. No, does not get it. All right, so now his Terminators are going to charge into all 3 of the into my Plasma guy and the 2 guys there. So we're going to go with the pistols from the 2 guys down on the ground first, looking for 6s. Getting to re-roll 1s because of the Master there. That's 1 hit. That is a wound. 2-up armor save. He's good. And then D3 shots from the Devastator there. 1 shot hitting on a 6. That is not a hit. So hit charge distance here. Needing a 10 for sure, and they can re-roll because of the Icon of Wrath. Nope, re-rolling because of Icon of Wrath. No, still don't make it. All right, so now the Kaitan is going to charge into all these dude bros over here. The greens are going to be the grav cannons. The reds that you see in there, that is going to be the Master's plasma portion of his combi plasma. The blacks are going to be his bolter portion, and there's a yellow in there that's going to be the bolt pistol from the sergeant. So these are going to be hitting on 6s. Re-rolling the 1s because of the Master there. All right, so we get 1 bolt pistol shot, 1 grav shot in there. Really bad. Looking for 6s and 5. Getting 1 bolt shot. His armor save is good. And his charge distance does not make it. And now his Berserkers are going to charge into my Razorback, who is going to fire Overwatch. The red's going to be the Stormbolter there. These are going to be hitting on 6s. Not getting anything at all there, so their charge distance, 7 inches, might get them in. All right, and they did make it into that charge there. All right, so they're going to start us off here looking for 3s to hit. These are with the chain axes. All right, we'll come back to that. 2 Death to the False Emperors.
2 more hits.
All right, 2 more hits. These are now going to be Strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound.
Strength 6.
Oh, Strength 6, so still 5s to wound, but Strength 6.
That is
going to be
5, 6, AP -1.
6 AP -1s, so we've got 6 4-up saves. Failing 5 of them. And now the chain swords. Hitting on 3s. 1 Death to the False Emperor. All right, 4 hits. Looking for 5s to wound. Getting nothing. And now they get to attack again because they charged. Now it's a second activation. So here we go. These are the chain axes. We'll come back to you. All right, we had 5 6s of Death to the False Emperor. That's all good, yeah. All right.
3 more hits.
3 more hits from that. Pretty good. Now these are going to be wounding again on 5s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so that was 6 wounds, AP -1, so looking for 4-ups. Failing another 3 of them. And the chain swords. So that is going to be 1 Death to the False Emperor because of that one there. So that is 3 hits. These are wounding on 5s again. Getting no wounds there. All right, so his last profile there. So he's going to attack back with his 1 attack. Nope, not a hit. All right, so the end of the Chaos turn here on turn 2. They do control secure objective 3 because they are objective secured, and they are going to get rid of hold the line. I also managed to score secure objective 2. So we will come, but I don't secure objective 3 because of that. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so turn 3, I now can have I still have no forgiveness, still have defend objective 3. I then drew hold the line and secure objective 5. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, movement phase. These guys shuffled back here. These guys basically stood where they were. These guys shuffled around a little bit. My scouts moved up to try to grab objective 5. He fell back out of combat there. This Devastator squad stood still. And the Master moved up here looking on the Kaitan. Maybe you'll take him down. Everyone back here stood still, and that is it. So at the end of the movement phase, my Apothecary is going to try to bring back someone from that Devastator squad. He does not. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that, which actually costs 2 command points because it's the turn 3, so it started up. So I'm going to still try to do it. And he's back. Do I get one of those command points back? I do indeed. All right, starting off the shooting phase, my last cannon bros are going to fire into the Kaitan over here. So we got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Those are all hits, wounding on 3s. All right, I'm going to spend rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant over there. All right, I'm going to spend reroll onto wound over here. So that's a wound. Do I get one of them back? I do, so it costs me the 1 command point. I'm down to 4. That's 2 wounds there from the last cannons into him. So 2 5-up demon saves. Makes 1, fails 1. D6 wounds, 5 wounds. All right, so now my plasma bros are going to fire into the Kaitan here. So we're going to roll to see how many dice shots they get. They are going to supercharge. All right, so we got 2 and 2. So the first guy hitting on 3s. Not getting to reroll that. And then the second guy getting 2 hits there. So it's 3 hits. Strength 8, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP minus 3, so 2 5-ups. Makes 1, fails 1, down to 2 wounds. And my master here is going to fire into him, supercharging on his plasma. 2 shots. 2 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound. 5-up demon save. No, he fails it and he is dead. Does he have an explodes thing?
Yes, he does.
He does have an explodes thing, so let's see what happens. 1 second. All right, so on a 6+. Oh, he does explode. Yes. So within 6 inches, he's gonna blow up into him. So you guys D6 mortal wounds into him. 1 second. All right, so D6 mortal wounds into my master over there. 3 mortal wounds, still alive, but he's hurting. All right, so now my scouts are going to shoot into his Space Marines there. So 10 shots hitting on 3s. All right, wow, really good there. These are wounding on 4s. All right, so that is going to be 4 wounds, 4 3-up saves onto these guys over here.
You work, so next time,
4 3-up saves. 1 more. And he fails 1. All right, so now my Devastator squad here is going to fire. 2 of the grav cannons are going to fire into him, and then 2 of the grav cannons are going to fire into them. So we're going to fire the one with the Signum into his Chaos Space Marines over there. The reds are going to have the Signum hitting on 2s. The greens are hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so those are all hits. These are now wounding on 3s because strength 5. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP minus 3 into the regular Marine. So 6 ups. So 6 6-ups. No, makes 1, 5. They are dead. And then the other 2 into his Berserkers over there, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. Wow, real good. These are wounding on 3s. All right, so that is going to be 4, 5, 6 wounds into them. We need to do it 2 at a time because they're out for cover there. So 2 6-ups, making 1, failing 1, then 1 6-up. Yeah, 1 at a time. And he is dead. And then we've got 3 left at 3 5-up saves. making
Made
two of them. So one more is
You are
dead. All right, my Ancient is now going to fire into them over there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. That is a wound. That is a save. And my Scouts here are going to fire into Abbadon here. 5 shots, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. 2 up, save. He's good. All right, so that was it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. So this squad back here lost 3. 3 plus 3 is good to go. And that is it. So I got no forgiveness. I got defend. I did not get defend objective 3, but I'm going to get rid of it. I do have hold the line, and I do have hold the line, and I do have secure objective 5. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after with cards drawn for the Chaos Forces here on turn 3. All right, their objectives. They still have mission critical objective, still have priority orders received, still have area denial, and then they drew supremacy. They have to hold 3 objectives. So that is going to be it for the cards here. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 3. His Terminators moved up over this way. So did his Sorcerer and Abbadon. Nobody advanced, they just moved up. His Juggerlord moved up over here looking on my poor Scouts that did nothing wrong to nobody. I mean, except for those Chaos Space Marines, but they don't count, right? Because they're Chaos. And then we had over here, his Berserkers moved up over this. Or, no, they kind of shuffled their feet, but they stayed on over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, starting off the Psychic phase, he's going to cast Smite into my Plasma Bros there, looking for a 5. Getting it with an 8, D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds. They died, so the Ancient gets to come into effect here. One of them gets to shoot back. So he's going to fire his Supercharge, and he's going to fire into the closest, which is actually going to be his Psyker there. So D3 shots, 1 shot. That is a hit. That is a wound, AP -3. Does not save it, so that is going to be 2 damage. All right, now he's going to cast for Warp Time on Abbadon.
96.
You need 6, so it does go off. All right, into the shooting phase, he's going to throw a crack grenade into my Razorback. That is not a hit, and he's going to cast. He casts Bolt Pistol. Gets to reroll because of himself. Nope, not going to hit. All right, so now. Oh man, I was about to call him Horus again. Abbadon is going to shoot into my Ancient over here. For the many Horuses on the board. Hitting on 2s, that is 4 hits. Sorry, I'm sorry. Getting 1 wound. AP -1 +1 because he's in cover. Failed, so that is D3 wounds, 3 wounds, down to 1. All right, so now his Sorcerer here is going to shoot his Bolt Pistol into my Ancient. That is not a hit, but getting to reroll because of Abbadon. That is a hit. That is a wound. 2 up, save. That is supremely disappointing.
How many command points?
All right, let's see if he gets to shoot back before he goes away. He does. So he is going to put both of his shots into the Sorcerer over there. Into the jerk-faced McGee who just killed him with his Bolt Pistol. So that's right. Come on. Seriously, 2 1s? You jerk. You deserve to die. Anyway, here come his shots. That's 2 hits. That is no wounds, though. All right, his Terminators are going to fire into my Scouts who ain't done nothing wrong to nobody ever. Here come the shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Come back. And re-rolling because of Abbadon. All right, getting another couple hits there. So these are now going to be wounding on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, we got 9 wounds onto my Scouts there. 9 4-up saves. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are dead. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. Again, I was trying to say Horus. Abbadon, come on. Abbadon is going to charge into both my Apothecary and my Master over here. I'm going to throw crack grenades with them in defense there. No hits there, so his charge distance is totally in. All right, so starting off the fight phase, Abbadon here is going to put all of his Talons of Horus attacks into my Apothecary, and then he's going to put all of his Draconian attacks into my Master here. So D6 Demon Sword attacks into my Master, getting 1 attack
I'm gonna reroll it.
He's going to spend a command point, or 2 command points to reroll that. So that is going to be 4 attacks. 4 attacks into him, and they're going to be so they're down to 2 command points at this point because it costs 2 because of the mission costing double. So now what we're going to do is, which one are you going to do first? The Draconian attacks first. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that is 4 hits. 2 deaths to the False Emperors. Getting a 1 extra. Oh, rerolling 1 because of himself. Yep, so that is going to be 6 hits on 4 attacks. These are strength what?
It's +2.
Strength +2. Strength +1, so looking for 3s to wound. So we've got 3 wounds there. AP -3, so we've got 4 up Iron Halo saves. Making 2, failing 1. What's the damage? D3 damage, putting 1 damage. And now the Talon of Horus into my Apothecary. Are these -1 to hit or no?
No, they're not.
They're not. So he gets to reroll that 1 because of himself, and he gets 3 deathly. All right, and then reroll that 1 because of himself. All right, so these are all hits. These are going to be strength what? ×2. So looking for 2s to wound. Getting all but 1 wound. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 attacks here, or 8 saves. AP -3, so 8 6-up saves. Yeah, no, he is totally dead. All right, so then my master here will get to attack back. He's got his 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. That is all hits. Wounding, toughness 5. Toughness 5, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. 2 2-up saves. Makes them both, so he is good to go. And that is it for the, oh no, 1 second. All right, so he is going to spend their last 2 command points because it only costs 1, but it's twice as much because of it being in the deadlock rule. So he's going to spend it on Chaos Boon. So here comes his Chaos Boon. Getting an 11, which gives him... Add 1 to the wounds characteristic of him, which is exactly what he needed. Just kidding. That guy's going to be killer to kill. All right, so the cards that they claimed. They got Claim and Despoil, scored D3 if they control objective marker controlled by opponent at the start of the turn. So they got that, which is the one, which was the priority orders received. So that's the one that Abbadon controls over there. And he's the only one that controls it, so that counts. So that's going to be 2 D3 victory points. Oh, no, additional 3 points. Additional 3 points. So we got 3 for this, for tactical orders received, and he gets D3 for this. Okay. So 3 plus D3. Mission critical. They've got scored D3 victory points instead if it was control at the end of your turn. Opponent had to start and he controlled the end, which he did, so they get D3 for that one. Yep. They got supremacy because they control 3. 1, 2, 3. So D3 for that one. And area denial, there is nobody within 12 inches of the center of the board there, so they score D3 for that one. So they're going to have 3 plus 4 D3 victory points. So here we go, 4 D3, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So a total of 10 command points this turn. That was an incredible turn there for Chaos. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. All right, so my cards that I drew are true Big Game Hunter, which I can't get rid of because he did have something at the beginning of the game, overwhelming firepower, and not 1 step back, which I'm going to be doing for that many turns. Also, just wanted to put this out there. It's actually, today is Harris's birthday party, and this game was actually the excuse to get him out of the house while his wife prepared his surprise birthday party. So kind of a special thing there. So happy birthday, Harris. When you see this, you went off to go allow me to show how many options I was going to get. So anyway, those are the objectives, and we will come back to you with the after the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. My master stayed in combat with Abbadon there because I can't fall back now with that mission. I got this master actually moved up forward. This Devastator squad stood still. This Racerback stood still, and everyone back here in the corner stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so my Razorback is going to start us off by firing into his Berserkers. The reds are going to be the Stormbolter, greens are the Twin Assault Cannon. These are going to be hitting on 5s because he didn't move, but he is super wounded. So here we go. These are going to be hitting on 5s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, getting 6 wounds, 6 hits, I should say. Wounding on 3s. All right, so that is going to be 4 wounds. AP -1, so 4 3-up saves. Failing one of them. One is still alive. All right, my master is now going to fire into his lone guy over there. Not going to supercharge, but going to fire both barrels. The green is going to be the plasma. Red is going to be the bolter. Hitting on 3s because it's -1 to hit since I'm firing with both. All right, both hits. Wounding on a 3 and a 4. Ugh. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll this one, or 2 command points, I guess. Really?
For 2 command points.
Do I get 1 back? I do at least. It still cost me 1 though. All right, so now my Devastators here are going to fire into his Terminators there. The reds are going to have the Signum, so they're going to be hitting on 2s. Greens are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling 1s. Not having any 1s there, so these are now Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Okay. These are going to be AP -3, so we got 1, 2, 6, 9, 12. 12 AP -3, so 12 5-up invul saves. Failing all but 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 6, 7 D3. So the first one is a dead Terminator. Second one, dead Terminator. Third one, dead Terminator. Dead Terminator. And a dead Terminator. So they are dead. All right, so now my 3 last cannon guys here have only 1 target. That Berserker. So 3 shots hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits, wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds. AP -3, +1 because they're in cover.
Number of the beast.
No. Wait, no, wait.
Wait, with cover, yes.
With cover.
What?
Yes!
He made all of them. All of them. 3 las cannons that Berserker just took to the face. Like a gat-dang champion. My master is going to shoot his bolt pistol into Abbadon's face. That's a hit. That is obviously not a wound. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the fight phase. My master is going to have 5 attacks with his chainsword into Abbadon over here. So 5 attacks hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That is all hits. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 2-up saves. Making them all. All right, so now Abbadon will attack back. He's going to have +D6 with his demon thing. So it's going to be 6 attacks over here.
Scary.
These are going to be hitting on 2s. Drakian hitting on 2s. That's all hits. No Death False Emperors. So these are now going to be strength, what is it, +1. So looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Making 1, failing 1. D3 wounds. 2 wounds, he's down to 2. And now the Talent of Horus. Rerolling those 1s because of himself. Getting Death to the False Emperor there. That is a hit, so that's going to be 6 hits here. These are wounding on 2s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 4-up invul saves. Failed 2 of them. He is dead. And that is Slay the Warlord. All right, so I got overwhelming firepower, and I'm going to get rid of Big Game Hunter, and we will come back to you with the cards drawn for Chaos here on turn 4. All right, so my opponents drew Defend Objective 4, Defend Objective 1, and Master the Warp. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Chaos here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for Chaos. They moved. Abbadon moved up towards my Master over here. His Sorcerer moved up next to his Juggerlord. The Juggerlord moved up over this way, and the boss of the day over here stood still where he was. And that is it for movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting out the second phase, he's going to cast Warp Time onto the Juggerlord over there. Goes off with the 10. And now he is going to cast Prescience onto his dude bro back there. Does not go off with a 4. Starting off the shooting phase, Abbadon's going to use the Talon of Horus onto my Devastator squad over there. Hitting on 2s, rerolling because of himself. So that is going to be 3 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. That is 3 wounds. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover there. Looking for 3 ups. Failing 2 of them. Now the Juggerlord is going to fire his bolt pistol. That's a hit. That is not a wound. Crack grenade from the Berserker. That is not a hit. All right, so now into the, that's it for shooting phase, into the assault phase. Horus is going to charge into my master over here. I'm going to fire. The greens are going to be the plasma. Reds are going to be the bolters. These are going to be hitting on 6s. Getting 1 bolter hit. That is a wound. No, it's not a wound. It's not a wound. He's toughness 5. Forgot. His charge distance is totally in. All right, now his Juggerlord is going to charge into my Devastator squad over here. They're going to fire Overwatch here. We've got 12 shots between them, hitting on 6s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. Thankfully, since I got 6 1s out of all those and no 6s. Getting 1 hit there. Strength 5, toughness T5. So looking for a 4 to wound. That is not a wound. And his charge distance is totally in. And the Berserker is going to charge into my Razorback over here. So we're going to have the twin assault cannon first. Getting a couple hits there. Getting 4 hits, which is pretty good. Wounding on 3s. Getting 3 wounds. AP -1, +1 because he's in cover. 3 ups. Makes them all. Then the Storm Bolter. Getting 1 hit here. Wounding on 4. No wound there. His charge distance is totally in. All right, fight phase. Berserker's going to go first. Here come all of his 8 attacks from the chain axes. Because we're just gonna do both of his fights twice because I can't. I've only got 3 command points left, and I would need 4 to interrupt. So we're doing all of his attacks together. Death to the False Emperor's attacks. All right. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound, AP -1, 4 up, save. Nope, failed it. 2 chain swords. Nothing there. Now the Juggerlord into my Devastator squad over here. Looking for 2s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. 4 hits. These are now strength.
Power axe.
So looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. AP -2. 1 second. All right, so -2. So we've got 5 up saves. Failed 2 of them. And now the Juggernaut. Getting all hits.
3s to wound.
3s to wound.
7.
Getting 2 wounds.
AP
AP -1s, 4 ups. No, he is dead. And now Abbadon into my master over here. So this is the Dracnian. Getting 4 attacks with that. These are now going to be hitting on 2s. It's all hits. Strength, Death to the False Emperor. That is a hit. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 up invul saves. And I failed 1 of them. Oh no, D3 and 3. He is dead. All right, so that is it for the Chaos turn here on turn 4. They got Master of the Warp for 1 point, and they got rid of Defend Objective 1. So we will come back to you after with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. All right, so I got Mission Critical Objective, rolled, got a 2, and then Domination, which I am not going to get. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, so now my scouts here are going to fire into his Berserker. 5 guys hitting on 3s. All right, all hits, pretty good. Wounding on 4s. Oh, all wounds. 5 3-up saves. He made 3 6 or 4 5 ups, so let's see if he can make 5 3 ups. No, he will be dead. All right, my 3 Las Cannon Bros are going to fire into Abbadon. Let me get that sweet, sweet Warlord kill. 3 shots here, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP -3, so 2 4-up invul saves. And he makes 1, fails 1. D6 wounds. I'm going to spend 2 command points to re-roll that. And 5 damage. Alright, so he has all damage, so he takes 3 damage. Alright, so he's down to 5 wounds left because he got +1 because of that boon table there, which got him up to 8, and then halved it, so he took that 3, so he's down to 5. And that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 5. I did get my mission critical objective here, and I'm going to get rid of domination, obviously. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for chaos here on turn 5. Alright, so my opponent's got defend objective, still have defend objective 4, and then they drew secure objective 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. Alright, movement phase, his sorcerer jumped onto objective 4 over here. Both Abbadon and his Juggerlord moved up here towards these guys, and that is it for movement phase. So we will come back to you. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Alright, starting off the psychic phase, my bad. He is going to smite into my scouts over here. Oh, getting it with a 7. D3 mortal wounds. That is 1 mortal wound. Alright, Abbadon's going to start us off in the shooting phase by shooting into my Razorback over here, Talon of Horus. Hitting on 2s. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. -1, looking for a 4-up. He's good. Woo! Juggerlord's going to fire his bolt pistol into my Devastators over here. That is a hit. That is not a wound. Alright, that's it for shooting into the assault phase. Abbadon's going to charge into my scouts. They're going to fire Overwatch here. Hitting on 6s, re-rolling 1. They did move, so it's just on 6s. Still pretty good. Actually, really good. Here we go. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 ups.
I should be able to.
They are good, and his charge distance is totally in. And now the Juggerlord is going to charge into the scouts. And he is in. All right, starting off the phase, Abbadon's going to start in the fight into my scouts here. So the Dracnian, rolling 5, so he gets 5 attacks with that. These are going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. All right, and getting Deaths of the False Emperor. He's got 3 of them there because he gets +1 to his Deaths of the False Emperor there. So that's going to re-roll that. So that is all hits there. Pretty good. These are now strength +1, so wounding on 3s. So that is going to be 5 wounds, AP -3, right? AP wounds, 5 -3, 5. So they are all dead. Womp womp. All right, and that was it for the chaos turn here. They did score anything? No, they didn't score anything, but they're going to get rid of secure objective 2. So we'll come back to you with the card drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn. Oh yeah, does the game end? So yeah, you went second. So you get to roll to see if it goes on. It does go on, so we'll come back to you on turn 6. All right, so I still just got not 1 step back, so that is going to be my only card here for this turn. So we will come back to you with the after movement phase. Movement phase for the Dark Angels. My scouts moved up here, getting within double tap range of his sorcerer. My guys over here stood still, except for the lieutenant who moved up next to them on that level there. And then like a coward. And then my Razorback stood still right there. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so the scouts are going to fire into his sorcerer over here. I've got 8 shots hitting on 3s. Not getting to reroll anything. 2, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound. He's good. Our Malazbros are going to fire everything into Abbadon over here. So we got 3 shots hitting on 3s. That is 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds. 3 4-up invul saves. Makes them all. All right, my Razorback is going to fire into his sorcerer over here. Reds are going to be the Stormbolter. These are going to be hitting on 5s because he's wounded. Alrighty. It's not great. Wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. -1, 3-up. He's good. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my scouts are going to charge into his sorcerer over here. Bolt pistol does hit. Does not wound, though. So I need an 8-inch charge to get in here. Getting in. All right, so we've got 5 attacks total there because the sergeant gets 2. Hitting on 3s. All hits. Wounding on 4s. Getting 4 wounds. for 3-up saves. Failing 3 of them. The sorcerer is dead. That's what you get for messing with Jenkins. All right, and that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. We will come back to you with the card. Oh no, they've just got their 1 card, which is Defend Objective 4, which was this one back here. They did not get it. So we will come back to you with after movement phase for Chaos here on turn 5. All right, movement phase. Abbadon moved around this way, looking on them, and his Juggerlord moved over this way, trying to take out Jenkins. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, shooting phase. Abbadon is going to fire into my lieutenant over here, hitting on 2s. Now wounding on 4s. Getting 3 wounds. AP -1, +1 because he's in cover. 3-up serves. Making them all. Woo! All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. Abbadon's going to charge into my lieutenant up here. He's going to fire back with his 2 bolt pistols. So here we go. Looking for 6s. Hey, getting 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Not getting any wounds though. So his charge distance is totally in. All right, so now Abbadon is going to attack into my lieutenant in the fight phase. We're going to start with the Talon first. These are going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of himself. All right, those 2 death to the false emperors there. All right, so that is going to be a bunch of hits there. These are going to be strength 8, so looking for 2s to wound. Getting 2 for 6 wounds. AP -3, so we've got 6. 6-up serves. Making 1, he is dead. All right, so now my Devastators that he consolidated into are going to attack into him. I got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. That is 3 hits, wounding on 5s. Getting no wounds. So that is it for the Chaos turn here on turn 6. That is the end of turn 6. So let's see if it goes on to a turn 7. It does with the fill phase. So we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you with the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 7. All right, so I try onto movement phase here. The only card that I've got is still going to be that not 1 step back. So movement phase. They stood. They actually moved up slightly, so they are in rapid fire range of him. These guys stayed in combat with Abbadon because otherwise they're going to be doing nothing to start in turn 7. And he tried to advance back into the corner. Rolled a 1, I needed 4. So yeah, he just ended up not moving at all since it doesn't make a difference. At this point, it's turn 7. Yeah, top smoke. It did not, unfortunately. So that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so my scouts are going to start us off by shooting into his Juggerlord here. We've got 8 shots hitting on 3s. All right, not rerolling anything since they moved. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. AP nothing, so 2. 3-up saves. He makes them both. And now these guys are going to shoot them with their pistols. That's all hits. That's a good sign, right? 3 fill faces. Needing 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound. 2-up save. He's good. And that is it for the shooting phase. Into the fight phase, they are going to attack into Abbadon. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on a 5. Nope, no wound. Abbadon's going to attack with his claw thingy, his talon. Rerolling because of himself. All right, that's 2 deaths to the false emperors. All right, those are all hits. Wounding on 2s. That is a lot of 1s, but it should be enough. So that's 4 at AP -3. So looking for 6-ups. Making 2, so 1 of them still alive. And then the Draconian. D6. No, 2 attacks hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits. Death to the false emperor. Not a hit. Reroll because of himself. That is 3 hits. That is 2 wounds. 6-up saves. Nope, he is dead. All right, and that is it. But I did get not 1 step back because no one fell back or failed their morale test. So because of those brave souls sacrificing themselves and my master sacrificing himself, I got D3 victory points since it was 2 turns that I chose. So let's see if I get that. Getting 3 victory points. So right now we are tied. We are tied. Even with their line breaker, we are tied with line breaker. So we're at 19 to 19 with his line breaker here. So here's what it's going to come down to. They have 1 card left to draw on their turn. What is it? Defend objective 3, so they can't actually score it. So, here's what it comes down to. They need to table me. If they can't table me, we tie. If they can table me, they get the victory because they table me. So, we will come back to you after a movement phase for Chaos here on turn 7. Movement phase. Abbadon moved up closer to my Razorback over here. And his Juggerlord moved up towards my Scouts. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. Alright, so here come the shots from Abbadon into them with his, what's it called? Tyrant's Claw, or whatever it is. Horus. Talon of Horus. Here we go. 4 shots. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of himself. So that is going to be 5 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds.
2 4-ups.
Here we go. 2 4-ups. Can he make it? Can he be the champion that I need him to be? Or is he going to, like, just flub him and die horribly? 2 4-ups. Come on. 4-ups. Do it. Do it. Do it. No! In true Phil fashion, he is dead. And bolt pistol into the squad over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. 3-up save because they're in cover. Yay, good. And now the Juggerlord is going to charge into him. I am going to fire Overwatch. The red is going to be the crack grenade. So hitting on 6s. Getting 2 bolter hits. They did move, so they don't get to reroll those ones. 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds.
3-ups.
3-ups. Oh, he fails 1, takes 1 wound. And his charge distance is totally in. All right, so here we go. His Juggerlord attacking in here, hitting on 2s. That's all hits. And 2 Deaths of the False Emperors. So getting to roll here, looking for 2s again. That's 2 more hits, so he gets 6 out of his 5 hits, or 6 out of his 4 hits. 4 attacks, 6 hits. Sounds good. Strength, what is it? So wounding on 3s, right? So he gets 3 wounds at AP minus 2s. Looking for 6 ups. Not making any of them. And here comes the Juggernaut attacks. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling ones because of the guy. Does he have Death of the False Emperor? He does? Alright, so that's going to be 4 hits. Strength 7. So looking for 3s to wound. That is 3 wounds.
AP minus 1s.
AP minus 1s. 3 5-ups. Come on! Jenkins, I need to talk to you right now. Jenkins, we need to talk, alright? I know that guy looks super scary, and I know this guy just bit you. But please tell me you can hold off. Please tell me you can hold off.
3
5-ups. 3 5-ups. You can do this, Jenkins! No, he can't. And Jenkins dies. Jenkins, no!
Yes.
Oh, and that is a chaos victory at the very end with 2 characters left with 5 wounds left. That was killer. That was super, super killer. We tied on objectives, and they managed to table me at the very end there. That was killer. That was a fantastic game. Ton of fun, right down to the end. A great time. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. And until next time, have fun.